LGBTQ may well need a huge confidence boost when it comes to actually reporting hate crime at all. And many people are just unaware of what a hate crime is because often these things are not taught. As much as Section 28, which was a government mandate against teaching anything to do with LGBTQ plus identities in schools, that was repealed a long time ago, but its legacy is still in play because schools don't often talk about what isn't an LGBTQ plus hate crime and what that hate looks like. And many teachers still don't understand that and so don't pass it on to young people. Employers don't understand that and so don't put it into their policy documents. There is a lack of awareness generally around what is and isn't a hate crime. And that goes a long way as well to something that Kaylee picked up on earlier, which is that it's so normal in settings, whether it's at university or terms of employment, for microaggressions and bits of slur language being just embedded in everyday life, from "oh, that's so gay" to "shut up, you puff," to anything like that that may seem like innocent joking that has such a huge and profound impact on LGBTQ plus people because it just becomes normalized. And LGBTQ plus people do internalize that. They find that wears away and chips down at their confidence. And it does make reporting a hate crime seem so much more difficult. I am going to play a quick video now that kind of solidifies some of what you have all just said and what I've just been talking about. After that, we'll have a chance to answer any questions that you have, talk a little bit about creating safe spaces, and signpost you to places that you can go to get more answers and more support after today. But I'm going to stop talking for a couple of minutes and play this video.
You know that dream everyone has? You know, the one where you're trying to run, but you can't. Or when you're trying to scream, but nothing comes out. Well, that's what it's like. I used to try to scream, to speak up, to make a noise. But all there was silence. Now, I don't even try. Neither does anyone else. I just stay silent.
Oi, gay boy. Go and give us a kiss. No, like shop me your mommy.
Right, boys. Come on, it's class.
Come in, miss.
Did you see Miss Smith's hair, though?
I think it's sexy.
Oh my god, it's so gay.
I don't, do you want to go to the cinema? Oh, come on. 2,000.
I suppose. We'll just go up and see what's out.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So, go for that, yeah?
So how was your day?
Fine.
You sure? Here's the thing. You control the dream. You can do anything you want. I mean, you could fly. You could be in Scotland one minute and Japan the next. You could be married to Zac Efron. If he's your type, that is. But I'm pretty sure he's everyone's type. The point is, you're in control, and you can affect what happens. Sometimes I have that horrible dream where I can't run. I try and try, but I'm not getting anywhere fast. But then what's the use in running anyway? This is my reality.
Our sparks grew dim when the nights drew in.
Oi, gay boy. Go over here and give us a kiss. No, let's help me your mammy.
Both of you, headmaster's office now. No, but miss, I will not tolerate that kind of behaviour. And I certainly will not have you in my class. Now, just go. Just go. We won't tolerate that here, Jamie. We are here for you. How have you been coping?
Did you see Miss Smith's hair though?
I think it's suits her.
Oh my god, it's so gay.
What are you talking about? Don't you know that offends people?
What are you on about?
Well, you're saying it like it's a bad thing, describing something you don't like.
Which I'm pretty sure makes you a homophobe.
Nah, I didn't mean it like that. Don't be stupid.
I'd rather be stupid than be a homophobe any day.
Try thinking before you speak next time.
Fine. I'm sorry. You're totally cool. I didn't mean to offend you.
Who's doing this?
Just leave it, Dad. Doesn't matter.
It does matter, son. Is it beautiful school?
Look, I appreciate it, but I can deal with this myself, okay?
Son, you don't have to deal with it yourself. Listen, let me help you. Is that your guidance teacher? Let's go speak to him together then. Yeah? Listen, I promise I'll not embarrass you.
Silence helps homophobia. Stand up, speak out.
I think from that video you can see how important the use of language and the example that everyone sets can be to LGBTQ plus people. And that applies not just at school, but in the workplace and sort of everywhere that anyone interacts with anyone, because you don't know who is LGBTQ plus and who isn't LGBTQ plus. You don't necessarily know by looking at them or even by talking to them. The example that we set is so, so important. And that is the way that we can help to eliminate hate crime and to change some of those outcomes for LGBTQ plus people, whether they're 11 to 25 or whether they're 30 to 50 or beyond. So it's really important that in everything that we do, we look at how we can create safe spaces. Normalizing sharing pronouns, looking at the options that we have on forms that we ask people to fill in, using good and positive language and providing accessible facilities that are gender neutral, challenging the behavior of other people around us, taking responsibility for making the world a better and fairer place as we go about our daily lives, and demonstrating openness, accountability, and a willingness to learn in all that we do, and making sure that we live with a lack of judgment and that we show others that we don't judge based on who they are. So that brings us to the end of our session, or to the end of me talking quite a lot, at any rate. There are loads of other places that you can go to get more information on LGBTQ plus hate crime and how to support LGBTQ plus people. These slides will be shared with you all, as well as a YouTube link to that video, which Zoe has kindly put in the chat. We'll also share with Sam to send out to everyone too. In the slide deck that you'll get shared with you, these are all links that you can click. So you'll have a copy of the Breakout Youth website. Also, Home Beyond Reflections, Gendered Intelligence, the All Sorts Youth Project, Mermaids, Young Minds, Papyrus, Shout Text Line, Childline, and many other resources for adults as well as young people. There are so many organizations out there that can offer help and support to the people that you work with and that you see on a daily basis, but also can help you to become an ambassador in your daily lives for making sure that hate crime against LGBTQ plus people goes in the direction it should go, i.e. disappears from our lives completely. So thank you so much for joining us this morning and for listening to me talk on about those things. And thanks to everyone that's contributed towards the discussion. Does anyone have any other questions at this point in time before we wrap up for today? And I will point out that you can, of course, reach out to us via email and ask us any further questions if you want to as well. Zoe, would you mind popping our email addresses in the chat as well, so that people have those?
I've got something, if I could add, Kestrel. It's Beth from the CPS.
Hi, Beth.
Hi. I just wanted to say thank you for your presentation today. I would just be really keen to offer out any sessions that you guys might think would help for your own communities. If you have any kind of hate crime sessions that you'd like the CPS to deliver, we're more than happy to bring our team out or do it via Teams, Zoom, whichever works best for you, because it is a massive area, and we are going into schools ourselves to teach the kids about what a hate crime is, to educate them that way. But obviously our offer extends to communities as well, because I think it's really important that people understand the differences that exist perhaps when you look at discrimination versus a criminal hate crime and something that's actually going to be prosecuted and taken into to court. So, if we can come and work with your communities, deliver sessions, please do email me. I don't know if you have my email or not, but if not, I'll pop it in the chat. I'm more than happy to come out and bring our barristers out, of course. They can come and chat with you as well, because I think it's such an important area that we want to kind of help educate people on, and also talk to them about the support measures that are available for victims of hate crime, in terms of if you do decide to make a report to police and go through courts, the sort of support measures that are there. But yeah, I'll shush now. Thank you. I just wanted to add that in.
Thank you, Beth.
Beth, if you could put your email into either direct message me in the message or in the generic one, that would be great, and I'll follow up.
That's lovely. I'm just doing it now. Forgive me. I find you're either Teams or Zoom. I've yet to meet someone who is both, and I'm a Teams person, so I think I've popped it in the chat.
You have, I see it.
Lovely.
Okay.
Fab. I've upskilled for the day then. Yeah, but if you do want to get in contact with me, please do, because like I said, we're really available. We've got sort of hate crime sessions ready to go, and we'd love to sort of be out there in the community a bit more.
Cool. I'm going to email you quickly, Beth, now, because we've had a bit of an issue with our emails going into junk. So if I do it now, just as a holding email, and then you can just check your junk, we're doing it in real time then.
Of course, fab. I will do, Zoe. Thank you.
Cheers, Kestrel.
Thanks, Beth. Yes, brilliant. Any other questions and thoughts on the session? And thank you, Vincent, for your feedback there in the chat. Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for inviting us along today. It's been a real pleasure to be here to talk to you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. And Sam, I'll hand back over to you to talk a bit about the Hate Crime Network.
Fantastic. Thank you, Kestrel. As people have already said in the chat, I think that was a really great session today. So thank you very much. I think we can all take something from that, particularly around how broad hate crime is for the LGBT community. So yeah, many thanks for today. So I'm gonna keep this fairly brief, because obviously the point of today's session was to hear from Kestrel, but I'm just going to give a little bit of information. I'm going to share my screen just with a few slides about the network and upcoming sessions, but I'm aware that most of you are part of the network anyway, but for those that don't have this information, then yeah, that it might well be useful. So if you just bear with me, and I'll just get those up now. Okay. Right, so yeah, so as you can see on the screen, so obviously, as I said before, I'm the coordinator for the Southampton and Hampshire Hate Crime Network, and we're a group of community groups and statutory organisations in and around Southampton and surrounding areas that work to support all victims of hate crime. We have over 50 organisations now that all have a range of different expertise. And whether that be supporting different religious groups, different nationalities, disabled people, all sorts of different communities that can be affected by hate crime, basically. It's all about raising awareness of hate crime and essentially making sure victims get the support they need. So if you have any questions or want some information further about the network, or just hate crime generally, then by all means feel free to contact me. So you can either email me at sam.waddington@spectrumcil.co.uk. You can phone me. Best way of doing that is by my mobiles. That's 075 11618232. Or you can ring me on the landline, which is 02380202643. And then, as you see, there's our address as well, if you need it. This is the address for Spectrum Centre for Independent Living. Basically, we're one of the member organisations of the network, and I work as the coordinator from Spectrum. So that explains that. But yeah, you can feel free to contact me, as I said there on the slide, if you want some resources for raising awareness, or there's information about all the organisations and how to contact them should you need to. But also as you'll have access to this slide. It will be sent following with Kestrel's presentation, but after the meeting. But you can by all means use pass these details on to any organisations you're linked with, because we're constantly looking to expand and be more diverse and represent the community as much as possible. So if you do know of any groups that might be interested, then do let them know, and they can feel free to contact me. So that's a bit of information there. This is just some information about our upcoming sessions. So at the moment we're still doing them over Zoom, and we've got one about hate crime towards people with learning difficulties. That will be led by a group that supports people with learning difficulties, PBS4, again one of our members, and that'll be on Tuesday 5th of April 2:30 to 4. And there's this Zoom link that you can use as well, and feel free to share that amongst your contacts and colleagues and what have you. As I said, you'll get this slide afterwards with the Zoom link. And then we're going to be having plenty of other sessions led by our members in this year, so look out for those. As we do each session, we'll be informing about you about what we have upcoming. So hopefully that explains a little bit. I just want to ask if there's any questions for me at this stage. Again, you can always, contact me afterwards, or any final questions for Kestrel. If not, we'll leave it there for today. But any questions?
Hi, it's Rob Pearce from Southampton.
Yeah, hi there.
Kestrel, just wanted to ask you a question. So we've recently just delivered some LGBT awareness sessions internally to our staff back at the community. We asked them was around any online forums or social media pages that they can signpost young people to. I appreciate the internet is the safest place to signpost people to, but I'm aware that young people may start exploring their identities and use the internet for that. I don't know if you've got or know of any safe spaces that we can signpost young people to.
Yeah, absolutely. So Breakout Youth has a range of social media pages that you can signpost young people to. Our content is kind of safe and accessible for young people, and they can engage and interact with us on things like Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. I would also recommend taking a look at gendered intelligence and mermaids. And there are a couple of local charities as well that are linked to in the slides. They have great social media presence, but also have some of their own online forums and spaces that young people can meet online in a safe and well-moderated way that are great places that you can signpost them to as well. So there are lots of things out there. And Rob, I don't know if you have contact elsewhere within football clubs, but I would also point you at an organisation called the Gay Gooners, which is actually obviously associated with another football club, but they do they're kind of often held up as an example of LGBTQ plus inclusive fan groups within sport, and particularly helping to foster positive changes within football and young people as well. So that might be an organisation you'd want to reach out to if you're not in touch with them already.
That's perfect. Thank you. So yeah, good to know.
Brilliant. Any other questions?
No, I just wanted to thank Kestrel for being the voice of Breakout and doing such a lovely presentation. So thank you, Kestrel.
My pleasure, honestly.
Okay, brilliant. Well, yeah, thank you everyone for attending today. Yeah, it's much appreciated. As I've said before, these sessions wouldn't work as well if we didn't have good attendance. So that's great. Some of you, I understand you're all busy people, so it's brilliant you could find some time to come today, and I do hope it was useful. And I hopefully see some of you more at other sessions throughout through the year. But yeah, to repeat what Zoe said, yeah, many thanks, Kestrel and Zoe for today. So yeah, much appreciated, and no, I think it's definitely going to it's given a lot of useful information to all of our attendees today. So yeah, as I've said, sorry, so
just thank you to you, Sam, for inviting us.
Yeah, no problem. It's we want to try and it's I can stand here and talk about it, but it's much better coming from those that have the experience. So that's fine. Yeah, as I said, we'll send out the presentations and the video link and my presentation to you all, so you'll have that. But yeah, I think that's it for today. And yeah, many thanks for everyone, and take care. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. So, thank you. Thanks then. Bye.